Hey everyone, I'm Rick Black.
And I'm Zach White.
This is Black and White Reviews.
Andrew Lincoln.
Andrew Lincoln leaving Walking
Andrew
Dead.
Lincoln, Rick Grimes leaving Walking Dead.
Black and white reviews, black and white reviews. Hey, black and white reviews, black and white reviews. Yeah.
All right. So, I think news broke yesterday that Andrew Lincoln is going to be leaving The Walking Dead.
Effective immediately, right? So they started filming. He's in six episodes.
Well, they said after season 9 he's gone. So I don't know if it's effective immediately because I don't know if they filmed the whole season, if they only filmed the first half. I don't know. What I know is they said he's going to be in 6 episodes, and there's typically 8 episodes
Per half,
right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So there's also a possibility that Laura Cohan may be
correct. But her other show, when's her other show kick off? You know,
Whiskey Cavalier is the name of her show.
Yeah, it's gonna flop. She's
flop.
not very good.
I mean, what do you mean she's not?
She's not very
okay,
good.
all right. We're not gonna debate Maggie because you're trying to be blasphemous.
No, I'm not being
already.
blasphemous. And then they paid Norman Reedus a ton of money.
And they paid Norman Reedus to stay.
He's not going in. He's the fan favorite, and he potentially is going to be the one that takes over as lead.
Okay, so if they do that, here's what they should do.
Mm-hmm.
They should spend the first 8 episodes of the series just putting a bow on everything. You know, explaining how the virus started. Judith. Watching her grow and become a member of the community.
Do you want a time jump?
Everybody, yeah. Oh, it's gonna have to be a time jump. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a time jump. It could be maybe 2 or 3 years after, the all-out war or what have you. But season 9, without Rick Grimes, it has to be the last season. It has to be.
Wow.
You cannot have this show without Rick Grimes, without Maggie Reed, without Morgan, who's on another show.
Yeah, but they're gonna twine these.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but at some point, let's
Rick is the Walking Dead.
Okay, hold on.
If he dies, you have to end the show.
So the comic book, they veered from the comic book now severely, right?
They have veered from the.
So the proof, the thing that has to be accepted in you and Manshot's wife is that this is not the comic book story, and you're not getting. This is not Rick Grimes' Walking Dead, and if they can kill him off because you've already arced him. And they could have killed him off 2 seasons ago. I mean, because you've made him crazy, you made him not crazy, you made him fearless, you made him a good leader, you made him a bad leader. You've character arced him too many times. He can go. I mean, he's listen. I love Andrew Lincoln. I think he's been an amazing actor. But if you're gonna make this show interesting again, you're gonna recruit. It's time to move on, because whatever was going on between him and Norman Reedus in the end of the last season wasn't very good storytelling.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be the end. They're going to continue.
Yeah, but
if you watch
it needs a wrap up. You can wrap.
They're not going to wrap it up because he said at the end, Daryl said, we're going to buy our time, and then basically we're going to go see Rick because they don't want to keep Negan alive. So if what you're saying would happen, that they would put Daryl in charge of the group. Mm-hmm. That's all the more reason to end the show now.
No, because end it
at season 9.
If Fear of the Walking Dead is got to be growing, because for them to be pulling, I don't know. Is Fear of the Walking Dead do well?
The ratings are a little better.
Yeah, but they're gonna.
Not,
they need to sync.
They need to meet up.
They got to sync into one show, and then you have way too many characters. And Rick Grimes, what are you going to do with Rick Grimes? They didn't cripple him, okay, like they did in the comic books.
There's so much
but
more.
There's not.
No, there is. I mean, you haven't have a Whisperer arc. There's so much more.
You can do that with the other characters. No, you don't need Rick.
You can see Daryl Dixon leading a group.
Yeah, because
you can
Rick
see
Grimes.
Carol leading a group.
Well, not Carol.
Or can you see? I mean, who's left? I mean, can you see?
Yeah, but what about
Michonne leading a group?
What about who's the girl leading the Fear of the Dead?
Madison.
So
but
Madison could be.
But we don't even know if Madison. It's looking like Madison may not come out of this season of Fear. She's. We don't know where she is.
Okay.
Because everything they're showing from her has been a flashback.
Okay. So
we don't even know if Madison will make it out of this season. Which I will say, it's a much better. The crossover I think has worked for Fear the Walking Dead. I like these new characters.
The last 2 seasons has The Walking Dead been great for you? The last 2 seasons.
Well, we're going into season 8. Last season was horrible. I mean, I think the second half of the season was a little bad.
And the season 6 was the peak. When Negan showed up was the peak. Yes. And since then, it's been kind of dragging. Why can't you shake it up? You're borderline jumping the shark already. So it's time to, I'm sure this is a power play by Andrew Lincoln. They're going to pay Andrew Lincoln.
No, this is not about money.
Yeah, it is.
This is
Absolutely
not about money. This is I don't know if you realize how pissed off he was when Chandler Riggs got.
Yeah, but what are you going to do with him? He's 20-something years old playing a 12-year-old boy.
He was pissed. All right,
he's 20 years old playing a 12-year-old boy.
He hasn't really been on board with a lot of the decisions.
This is a lot. You're never going to see Chandler Riggs in anything else. Where else are you going to see him? You're telling me he was a good actor? No. You loved his acting?
What's the Carl hate for?
He's not a good actor. Because he's 20 years old and you have him playing a 12-year-old boy. He can't do it. It's over.
I don't think he's playing a 12-year-old boy.
Yes, he is playing a 12.
Have they said how old he is? I don't think they said that he's 12 years old. He's just Rick's son. That's all he is.
He was a 12.
You assume that
he was 12. Like 10 at the beginning of it. It's been 2.5, maybe 3, maybe 4 years.
Well, you're saying he was like 10. But what if he was 12 then?
He was not like 12. Know. When you're like 12, you're not putting on a cowboy hat or a sheriff hat walking around.
Right. It's a sheriff's, I don't know. What do you
call it?
Sheriff
Cowboy hat.
Sheriff cowboy hat.
Whatever.
I think it has a. I'm sure there's some law enforcement guy that'll.
There's a law enforcement. It's not a law. It's an old.
I said there's a law enforcement guy who's out there who can tell us what the name of it is. But the Carl,
you better hope there's not a law enforcement guy. They're gonna watch the video about you stealing $14.50 and busting down my door.
$16.
How much is it? How much was
it?
It
was $16. It
might have been
$17. $17. Whoa! We call the police. They're robbing you. Who you paying $17 for a ticket? What was it? IMAX?
And no, it was
Dolby Cinema. Yeah, that's how much that cost.
Yeah, and $1 more for pre-sale.
Yeah,
$1 more for pre-sale.
Yeah. All right, we're getting way off track.
No, we're not.
We're going back to
no, we're not talking. Don't say
another
that word.
Review.
Don't talk. Okay. Don't say the S word. We're done.
If Andrew Lincoln leaves, like it looks like it's going to happen, the show should end. They need to explain how the virus started. They need to come up with the cure somehow. They need to establish a city or what have you.
Why is The Walking Dead? But hold on. Do you understand? Did you read any of the comic books?
I read some.
Okay, so what did you learn early on in the comic books? That The Walking Dead wasn't the zombies. That they were the Walking Dead. That's the irony of the title, right? Right. That's right. You learn that. That's right. So there is no main character. Now you started telling a story of Rick Grimes waking up from a coma, okay? And now you've explored this whole world, and then you created another universe in the Fear of the Dead. Well, you can't keep carrying that on for another 10 years. Let's bring it together. Let's kill off the old. Just like in Star Wars, you kill off the old. Okay, and let's see what we can salvage because it's going. Right now, the ratings are dropping, and Chandler Riggs isn't going to save the ratings. And I'm not hating on Chandler Riggs, but you're not going to. He is not going to be he's not a mega star. Now, for storytelling, keeping how they killed him off was dumb because he had fought off 1,000 zombies, and for one time he goes in the woods, he gets bit, was weak. They should have had a little bit better of a death for him. I agree with you. I think the storytelling weak was on that. And I think Rick should, if they're going to kill Rick, they should do it. They should give him something special. Whether it be even Negan getting free, because in the comic book, Negan gets free and kills Alpha from the Whisperers. Mm-hmm. I would be okay with him getting free and killing Rick, and that kicking off that being the part. But you don't need Rick. You need better storytelling, and that's all. That's it.
All right. So, your Star Wars comment, kill it, whatever he says, you got to kill the past or what have you.
Well, I'm just quoting Luke Skywalker.
No, that wasn't Luke Skywalker.
He said the Jedi should have.
No, that wasn't Luke Skywalker. That was Kylo Ren that said that. You have to kill it.
I think
kill
when he was leaving his cage.
No, we already had to fix you once.
Don't talk about Rodimus. It's too soon.
Okay. All right.
I want a survey. I want to know who their favorite Prime is.
It's Optimus Prime. There is no other Prime. What do you mean who their favorite Prime is? There is no other Prime to even. What are you gonna say? Rodimus? So you think Hot Rod? Well, some people may argue for Hot Rod.
Yeah,
I think some people. But you didn't even know who he was. He's gonna say, "Yeah, me," but you didn't even know. What did he call him? He called him Maximus Prime.
Who's Maximus Prime? There is none.
There's got to be a Max. I didn't make that up.
He's another semi.
So there's other Primes out there.
They're right, but you're talking about how when Prime died,
let's wrap up Walking Dead. Right. But I'm gonna put a survey out there, and I need to know who people's favorite Prime is.
Or Waspinator.
Right. It's gonna be.
You don't know who Waspinator is.
He's lost. So
wrap up Walking Dead.
I'm gonna say The Walking Dead without Rick Grimes will be one-man shot. Okay.
Do you think it's over? Because if they don't get the ratings back up.
If they lose Maggie and Rick.
Because they're at what, 2 million? 2 million?
If Maggie and Rick.
I mean, if they fall below 2 million, it'll be done anyway.
They need to do something. They need to announce that this is the last season now.
Well, they're not going to do
and
that.
then wrap it up in a big bow and give Rick this glorious
they're not gonna do that.
glorious end and then be done with it. Because it's over.
How do you feel?
Oh, I think they should just reboot it and keep going.
They should recast another Rick, or they should let Rick die?
I think they should wrap up his story. Just like you said, wrap up his story and just keep going. I don't care if Rick's gone.
Yeah, I don't really care what Manshot feels half the time, but I do agree with this.
Wow.
But that's what you said. We all agree on the same thing.
No, I said they need
to end.
Yeah, I want it to end. No, they can't. They can't keep going. Without Maggie, without Rick.
You know, when Optimus died, they kept going.
Optimus picked it up.
Yeah. True fact or no fact? Till next time.
Yeah, welcome to the channel with the coolest guys I know. They review movies and all that. Let me introduce you to the host. Got Rick Black, but he's the white guy. Zach White, and he's the black guy. Try not to get confused. Hit subscribe and stay tuned to the Black and White Reviews. Black and White Reviews. Hey, Black and White.